The horrific dropping of two nuclear bombs. What did it look like? In the early morning hours of August 6, 1945, an American bomber took flight from the secluded island of Tinian and headed towards his first fateful target, the bustling city of Hiroshima. Upon reaching the city, the pilot released the heinous atomic bomb, a weapon that would alter the course of history forever. The bomb detonated with an unimaginable cataclysmic release of energy. In a hauntingly horrific scene, the very fabric of flesh dissolved like melting butter as 70,000 people were instantly erased from existence. Buildings collapsed like fragile sand. A horrific scene, the very fabric of flesh dissolved like melting butter as 70,000 people were instantly erased from existence. Buildings collapsed like fragile sandcastles, and the city burnt like hellfire. Believe it or not, the Japanese still did not surrender, leading to a second tragic event. 3 days later, the Americans dropped another atomic bomb, this time on the city of Nagasaki. Another 40,000 people were wiped in an instant, leaving Japan with just one single option.
Does the Bible predict a nuclear war when it says that a time shall come when God will destroy those who destroy the earth in Revelation 11? Does the Bible predict a nuclear war when it says that a time shall come when God will destroy those who destroy the earth in Revelation 11:18? This verse occurs during the final judgment, when the dead are judged and God's wrath is poured out at the end of the world. Although the Bible does not explicitly mention nuclear war, the phrase destroy those who destroy the earth could be seen as a warning against the catastrophic consequences of human actions, including war and environmental devastation, and the immense destruction caused by modern weapons, such as nuclear bombs, could be interpreted as part of the prophetic imagery of end-time events, symbolizing humanity's potential to bring about its own downfall.
Shalom, shalom to the elect of Yasharala. All praises and glory goes to our mighty power, Yahweh. Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and salutations to the Legman feeding the sheep of Yahweh. Ba'ashem, Yahushai, in sincerity and truth with this great gospel that is coming out of our Bible. We gotta say, call halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, for this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And the water Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for keeping His spirit on us in the times that we live in, man. Because a lot of brothers are what? Not even brothers, a lot of jakes are falling out the truth. Right? When pressure gets applied, a lot of people, they can't take that pressure. They bust like a pipe. And that's what's happening right now. A lot of jakes are being exposed for what? Not having the strength and not having the spirit of who Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. First off, the spirit is what is truth. You got to preach this gospel the way this gospel is supposed to be preached, with 100% truth. And the truth is that, yeah, this place is going to go down by what? Thermonuclear destruction. And we talk about America. We talk about Israel. We talk about other different countries that's going to get rocked by missiles. In other words, World War III is going to lead to what? Nuclear destruction on Earth. It's Isaiah 9:5. It says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire, right? It talks about for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled with blood. How did people fight in the ancient days? With swords, daggers, knives, any kind of tool that they had, right? Guns. Then they introduced gunpowder. Then the guns came into the scene. And what was introduced? The Lord created that missile, right? The Bible says what? This is the book of Isaiah 54:16 reads, behold, I created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, right? And that's your certain craftsmen who used to make swords and weapons of war. In the ancient days, right, they would get that fire very hot and just melt metal until they're pointy, sharp objects. For what? For fighting, right? But now what are they doing? They got scientists in labs splitting particles, mixing different chemicals together to cause a big fucking bang, right? To cause a nuclear reaction, right? To cause mass fucking destruction. That's what they're working on, mass destruction, right? It says, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for this work, for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy." And what's that waster? Right? That great sword. The great sword, the blessing that was given unto who? Esau, Edom. And Esau, Edom has, how can we say he has kind of perfected his weapon? First he dropped the atom bomb on Japan, right? Let's go into some accounts. We're gonna read. It says Donald Trump's Iron Dome proposal, right, to counter nuclear attacks. Nuclear attack takes shape, right? That's what they're talking about. They know nuclear war is coming, right? It says, "First we will defend," just different news articles about this that's been coming, nuclear war that's been coming out. It says, "First we will defend homeland." The case for homeland missile defense, right? They're about to steal more money from the people to build these so-called defense system that's not gonna stop no missiles. That ain't gonna stop nothing, right? It says first off, you're gonna shoot missiles in the air, poisonous missiles over the people so it can fall and rain down on them. It says new administration must prep nation, right, for nuclear threat. It says Nagasaki atomic bomb survivor who devoted his life for peace dies at 93. Yeah, that nigga got scared. They dropped a bomb on them motherfuckers. They got scared. It says, "Is humanity doomed? Doomsday clock will update this month to determine our fate," right? Dealing with Russia and American propaganda and war talk, right? That's what's going on. That doomsday clock moves according to how they are dealing with what war on the face of the earth, especially nuclear war. That's what it was made for. Recently, 92-year-old Terumi Tanaka stepped to the podium in Oslo, Norway, to accept the 2024 Nobel Peace Prize. Tanaka was just 13 years old when a 21 kiloton atomic bomb detonated in the sky just 2 miles west of his Nagasaki home. In his speech, Tanaka painted a devastating picture of that dreadful day when 40,000 died and many more wished to be dead. Right? Wish to be dead. Let's get that verse. This is the book of Revelation 9, verse 6. It reads, "And in those days shall men seek death, and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them." Right? Because what happened? They were left scarred. They were left burnt. They were left with different fucking wounds and missing limbs. Right? Vision gone. A lot of them were deaf from the sound of the explosion. Right? It says, "And in those days shall men seek death, and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them." And we're coming into these times again. Right? We're coming into these times again. Pretty soon, it's going to get so bad out here, people are going to want to die, but the Lord's going to keep you. He's going to make you suffer for a long time. Just like he did to these people in Nagasaki. Read, it says in his speech, Tanaka painted a devastating picture of that dreadful day when 40,000 died and many more wished to be dead. His vision of the future was equally grim as our long-held nuclear taboo melts away within hot geopolitical climate, right? It says America right now is far less prepared for a nuclear attack than Japan was in August of 1945. Fixing this essential problem will require the incoming administration to place its squarely along its laundry list of other priorities, political and otherwise. In other words, man, Trump has got too much going on to be worried about nuclear war. Right? They trying to fix America, so-called fix America. Right? They trying to protect borders. They trying to kick out migrants. Hey, man, pretty soon you about to see they about to be stretched out. They about to try to help Israel. Try to fight that Ukraine beef. Now it look like they got drama with Canada, drama with Panama, right? Everywhere you go, man, America got what enemies, and even the ones who were at peace with them, right? They even gonna come at them. It says as our hopes, as our hopes for non-proliferation fade amid a renewed global arms race, the risk of a nuclear detonation is higher today than it has ever been, right? How we know that? Let's go to this doomsday clock, right? It says the doomsday clock is a symbol that represents the likelihood of a human-made global catastrophe. In an opinion of the members of the bulletin created by Robert Oppenheimer, right? And maintained since 1947, the clock is a metaphor, not a prediction for threats of humanity from unchecked scientific and technological advances. This is the time on the clock is not, it says, this is the time on the clock is not to be interpreted interpreted as actual time. A hypothetical global catastrophe is represented by midnight on the clock, with the bulletin opinion on how close the world is to one represented by a certain number of minutes or seconds to midnight, which then assessed in January of each year, right? So pretty soon we about to find out how close we are. It says the main factor influencing the clock are what? Nuclear war, climate change, and artificial intelligence, right? AI. The Bulletin Science and Security Board monitors new developments in the life science and technology that could inflict irrevocable harm to what humanity, man, right? You got these goddamn devils. They the ones who come up with the nuclear bomb, and they the ones who made up this climate change and AI stuff. And now they talking about this is gonna be used for the end of what humanity, right? This is the goddamn devil. I'm gonna read 2 Peter. We're gonna read 3 and 7. It says, "But the heavens and the earth," right? It reads, "But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto what fire against the day of judgment and perdition of who ungodly men." Yeah, that's what's coming. That's what's being That's the countdown on their stupid ass clock. Right, they stupid ass clock, and we read how the Lord's going to destroy these people, right? We already read that. In the book of Zechariah 14 and 12, it says, "And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet." Right? A gun cannot do that. A shotgun cannot do that, right? It says, "Their flesh shall consume." Even a blowtorch, you hit somebody with one of them Elon Musk blowtorches, the gun that's blowing out fire, they ain't gonna fucking just melt your skin away while you're standing upon your feet, right? Because just the blast alone is gonna make you run for your life. You're gonna fall down, right? This is something that's gonna come so fast and so powerful. It's just gonna knock flesh off your ass, right? It says, "Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes," right? It's so motherfucking hot. It's cooking your ass. You're being cooked, right? And their tongues shall consume away in their mouth, right? You heard what the dude said when they dropped them atomic bomb. They said motherfuckers was melting like butter, right? And this one ain't gonna be no time to melt. It's just pure death. And that's the beautiful thing, because that's when these two goddamn thirds, they gotta go. Wicked ass Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All you wicked ass Jakes that got that spirit of Esau, Edom here in Babylon the Great. Your ass ain't gonna make it. You gonna burn away right along with what the wicked. Right, you about to receive the judgment of the wicked, man. This is the plague that the Lord has been preparing for who? Esau, Edom, and for what? America, Babylon the Great. Right, spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt. Right, and we're 100% sure that this place is going to go down by thermonuclear destruction. That's what's going to cleanse the earth, right? This fire that the Lord's about to bring. This is the book of Jude 1 verse 7. It reads, even as what? Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of what? Eternal fire. That's the judgment coming to what? Spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt, which is Babylon the Great. Babylon the Great, America. Why? Because they follow after the same ways of Sodom and Gomorrah. Right here, you got, they done took the Bible out of schools and put what? Transgenders to read to the kids, right? Also, they introduced Satan in the schools, right? They removed prayer, they took the Bible out, and they put the devil in the schools, right? So this place got to go, even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after what? Strange flesh, are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of what? Eternal fire. It's the book of Revelation 21:8, but the fearful and unbelieving and abominable, right? That's what's about to be burnt up here in America, man, and around the world, right? They make it through that famine, right? There's a lot of places that's going to eat missiles, right? A lot of American allies are going to eat missiles, right? Russia going to eat motherfucking missiles. China going to eat missiles, right? All these different countries coming together. A lot of BRIC nations, a lot of EU nations. It says in Revelation 21:8, but the fearful and the unbelieving, right? This is you wicked ass jakes. The fearful and the unbelieving and the abominable and the murderers and the whoremongers and the sorcerers and idolaters and the liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is what? The second death. And we know what the second death is, what is coming with fire. The Lord said he destroyed the earth with water, but this time he's going to do it with what? Fire. I'm going to read the book of Isaiah 61. Let's go to verse 1. It says, the Spirit of Yahweh, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. Right? He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives. And that's what we're doing with this gospel that we're telling our people, man. That's why it says, be not shaken by the word. Right? Because a lot of people, they get afraid because Esau done scared you with all this spooky stuff. Right? If you believe in the Lord, man, you're looking for salvation. You ain't thinking about destruction. Right? You're thinking about destruction upon the heathen, destruction upon the 2/3, destruction upon the heathens. Right? But you ain't thinking about, you thinking about the Lord saving you, man. That's the only thing on our minds, deliverance. Right? Because the Lord said what? Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Paraphrasing, right? The Spirit of the Lord, power is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound, right? That's what happens when the Lord comes back, right? When this destruction, when the missiles fly, the Lord's going to be right here to what? Deliver the elect, to proclaim what? The acceptable year of the Lord, and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn, right? Vengeance on who? The other nations, man. And wicked Israelites. Isaiah 63:4, for the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeem is come, right? What we're looking for, deliverance and destruction, right? Upon Esau, Edom. We're looking for deliverance for the children of Israel, for the elect, and the destruction of Babylon the Great, and the destruction of Edom. That's exactly what we're looking for. And that what the year the Lord put in the Spirit. The Lord put the Spirit on the apostle to heart to proclaim. Isaiah 34:8. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of the recompense for the controversy of Zion, right? The Lord's about to deliver his people. Shalom.